Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine here from the Fraser Coast in Queensland in Australia. I live in Maryborough and I'm here today to make another card with you. So just before I do, I just wanted to remind people that our celebration catalogue is current at the moment from the 7th of January to the 28th of February. And by placing orders with any of our catalogues during this time, you earn, if you place a $100 order, you get free items. If you place $200 order, you get free items. So lots and lots of good stuff in there. It works also that if you have a $200 order but you don't want one of the $200 gifts, then you can go for two of the $100 gifts. Also, I might just pop down to the desk because it's going to be easier if I do that. And I was having camera problems last night, so let's see how we go. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. So with the celebration happening, we also have a fantastic joining offer. So anyone who may have been thinking at some stage of joining Stamping Up, either as a hobby crafter and just getting the discount, or to work it as a business, this is a great joining offer. So the first option is that you still get your $235 worth of product of your choice. And on top of that, option one, you can get 2 packs of the Stampin' Right markers, and you also get the stamp set that goes with it. Now, the stamp set is not available for purchase. See if I can get in a bit closer. It's not available for purchase, so the only people that can get that are people that join. If that's not to your liking, or that's not something that would interest you, you can still do your $235 and add an extra $51 worth of products still for your $169. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because for me that would be, if I was thinking of rejoining, and when we get offers like this I often wish I could, then people need to know about it. So there we go. And I'd hate for anybody to say, oh, I didn't know that was happening. So there we go. Alrighty. Less of that, and let's see where we're going today. So today we're going a bit French, and before I start this, I did get this pattern and idea from Di Stampin' Den. She did this card. I really loved it and decided that I would like to do it. Okay, so this is the card that we're doing today. So it just opens up like that. Isn't that great? It's fantastic, isn't it? And it's all so simple to do. It looks a lot more difficult than it is. It does have a good back to it. And of course, here in the center, you can write your little congratulations or whatever. But a very, very simple but very effective card. And I mean, it stands up beautifully. Just stands up like that. So this is the one that I made yesterday as my pattern, if you like. You will see I made a bit of a boo-boo up there, but we won't talk about that one. Okay, so today I'm going to use the gorgeous Marbled Elegance paper. This paper is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that. It's got the swirlies, it's got the gold, and then when you turn it over, it has this beautiful beautiful background to it. So many different ones in the pack. I'll just show you a couple of the others. So there's this one. I mean, I love anything with gold in it. We have this one here, and they all have different backgrounds, or backs to them, I should say. Then there is this one, which is, they're all similar, but none of them are the same, if that makes sense. And then we have this gorgeous one here, which is more of the white in it, the white and the pinks as opposed to the reds. And then we have this one here again. And then there's this one with the lovely stripe on the back, if you like the stripe. Such gorgeous colors in this pack. And that's not the one I'm using today. No, and there's another one. So absolutely gorgeous, and they are still available. So I could use these for so. This is my second pack. This is my second pack. Just absolutely gorgeous, and there's so many different things that you can do with them. So today we are going to use this for this card. Now, one of the things, this part of the card here is designer series paper. Okay, so you might think that's going to make it a bit flimsy, but it doesn't, because you've got the card on the back like this, which helps to support it, and then you've also got this on the front, which helps to support it. So it stands absolutely fantastically. You don't have to worry about it toppling over or being too light. So what I was going to say is this paper here, you have to choose which you want to be your main paper and which you want to be this part here. So with this today, I'm going to use this side as my main side, and I'm going to use this as the bits that are here. The main reason being, if you've got a paper that doesn't have something that's directional on the back, it's a lot easier to work with. If it's directional, then obviously you've got to work out where you want it and make sure that it comes through in the right direction. Whereas with something that's non-directional, you don't. So just thought I'd point that out to start off with. So I'm going to use, would you believe I have already lost, there it is, a piece of gold. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing today. All righty, so let's get started. Less talk, Lorraine, more action, and we'll see. Now, some of these pieces I have already cut to size because I went with these little pieces. I went into my odds and ends and to see what I had in there so that I could use up some bits and pieces if I needed to. So the card base I have already cut. So the card base is this one here. I'm going to use, I was tempted to use black on the back, and I might make another one with black on the back because I love black and red and gold. Okay, so that's the card base. Now the layer of designer series paper, which is this one here, it's 12 inches by 5 3/4 inches. We need to decide which part of the paper, especially with something like this, that we want to use. So I'm wanting some of the gold in there. So I think I'm going to use this side here. So it is 5 3/4 inches. And I'm going to pull this out. I know these are 12 by 12 sheets, but sometimes there's just that tiny, I just want to make sure that it's exactly 12. So I'm going to put it on there. I'm pretty sure it is, but you see it cut off a very, very tiny strip. So I'll need to get that out of there because otherwise it's going to stop me cutting. See how we go. Okay, so that's our base. Pop that to one side. So then we've got the layers. So we've got the background. We have the bottom layer, which is the pretty peacock in this one. Then the next one, that one's actually cut to size. This is the gold, so I'm going to put that on top, and then we're going to put the white on top of that. So the gold and the white I haven't cut. So we're going with 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 for this one. So we're going 2 3/8. By 2 and 1, 2. Oh, is that what I've just cut? Let's do this way. 2 and 1, 2, 3/8. That way. So that gives us the second layer that will sit on there like that. And then the third layer, which I'm doing in the white, is 2 and 1/8 by 2 and 1/8. So 2 and 1/8 by 2 and 1/8. And this will be the layer that sits on top that we put the sentiment on for the outside. Now, I also need another piece of white to do the inside of the card. So this needs to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let me just have a look and see if that is 5 1/4, or can I get away with it? Oh, I think I might. 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And that's going to sit in the middle, which also helps with the stability of the card. Pop that to one side. I'm going to use it. Oh no, I better, because we're going to do some scoring. So along the 12-inch side of your piece of designer series paper, we're going to score at the 2-inch mark. So I'm going to score at 2 inches. We're going to score at 4 inches. We're going to score at 8 inches. Did I put that out? We're going to score at 8 inches. And we're going to score at 10 inches. Just like that. So that's the scoring done. And then we're just going to fold these just so that we can get some creases into them. We'll refold them in a minute because I think I've done that the wrong way. I'll do that and that. So this is just to get the folds in. So what we're actually looking at is, let's change those two over. And they should sit. I'm not quite matching in the middle, but that's okay. So we've got that sitting there like that. Okay, and that's going to open like that. As you can see, it sort of does sit without anything. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to we're going to measure down 2 inches. I like to use a ruler for this. It's just easier than trying to do it on the board. So on here, I'm measuring down 2 inches and I'm making a mark. That's on the top part. And then again, I'm going to measure down 2 inches and make a mark there. Those marks will rub off in a moment. Now with this, you can either use, depending on how straight you can cut, and this is where I made the small error yesterday, we can actually cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to place That's the bottom score line there. So we're going to put that right into the cutting channel, and then on the first of the score lines, we are going to pop that down and we're going to cut that off. Now we're not going to get rid of that because we need it. And now we're going to do exactly the same on here. So we've got the mark there and the first score line here. Pop both of those into the channel. Just trying to get it exactly spot on. There we go, that should do it. And we're going to cut that one off like that. So those two pieces we keep. And you'll see why in a minute. So now when we fold this back, you can see that we have these two pieces that are different. So instead of mucking around, what we do now is we're going to stick that piece onto there, and we're going to stick this piece onto there. And that gives the look that we've done it the other way. But before I do that, I just want to pop this piece onto the back because I want to give it that piece of stability. Now you will notice that there's a very, very small edge around that. So I'm just going to hopefully this is going to work today. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. Oh, it's a bit humid today. Suzanne, we are we're overcast but humid. So okay, so I've just stuck that on the back. As you can see, that now gives that a bit more stability. Now what I'm going to do is do these front pieces here. So I'm going to make sure I have it the right way. I want to stick it back where it came from. And then I'm going to stick this piece. I'm going to line it right up here and pop that piece onto that corner there. And then I'm going to do the same with this piece. So don't be a Larray and lose your little pieces. Which is pretty normal for me. So now I'm going to pop that on there like that. So now when we close it up, you can see it looks like we've got the corners there and the corners there. Alrighty, so that's how we do that. Actually, these colors are very similar, aren't they? So it makes it a bit harder to see. But when you have a look at the one I did yesterday, you can see that we've got the floral on the inside. Whoops. And then these pieces here were cut from here, but still leaving the floral on the inside. Okay, so that's what we have at the moment. Now, there isn't really a lot more to do. We've got some stamping to do. So in the middle, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday, and I'm going to stamp that with Cherry Cobbler because Cherry Cobbler is one of the colors that is in this paper. So we'll do, try and get that in the middle and straight. Happy Birthday. And then on this front one, on the diagonal, I'm going to put Make a Wish. And I'm going to do that in the Cherry Cobbler as well. So, Make a Wish. That gets the stamping out of the way, and I can put the ink pad away and not get covered in it. So, this is what we have so far. So now I'm going to stick that into the middle. Now you'll notice that it's smaller than what we often use in the middle, but that's to showcase a bit of the edge and everything as well. So just going to pop that into the middle of there. Just like that. You're 31 today in Brisbane, or I'm not sure what it is outside. I mean, it doesn't seem to be, well, it's certainly not sunny. So yeah. Alrighty. Now, actually, you can just see a bit through there, which you're not supposed to see, but that'll be covered up with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer up this piece of gold, and I'm going to put that onto cherry cobbler, just like that. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to pop that on there like that. So now this is going to sit across the front. So you basically line it up with your folds there. Alrighty. So remembering that we can only put our glue on this side. Actually, the Make-A-Wish one, the top one, could have been put up on dimensionals. Okay, so I don't really want to put this up on dimensionals, so just this side with the glue. So as long as you stay within the triangle. Now the glue is going to play me up. Just stay within that side of the triangle. You can line it up, get it fairly central, put it like that and press it down. And there is the card. I might just press that down a minute. It's deciding to have a little word with me. Alrighty. So that's how it works. Very simple card, but sort of elegant. Now, what I want to do with this is I want to put some little flowers. I cut some little flowers yesterday and made them up, and I cut them from, not that one. I cut them from, was it this one? No. All right, so Country Birdhouse, which I believe is on the last chance, I'm not sure. There's some little flowers in here. We don't want stamps, we want dies. Okay, so we've got some little flowers here and we've got some leaves. So I'm just going to get the cut and emboss up here. This is my big one, so I don't have a small one yet. I'm going to use, actually I might already have some leaves cut in my little box, so I might just do the flowers. Let's have a look. I think everybody has one of these boxes where they've had stuff that they've cut and not used, and it's always handy to keep them because you just never know when you're going to need it. Oops, and I can't get hold of them. So leaves I'm okay for, so I'm just going to cut some flowers. I've got some in here, but they're all the wrong colors. So I'm just going to get a piece of cherry cobbler and pull out, let me see, one of those. Gee, these things stick. So, sorry, that's in the way. I'm going to pull out one of these and one of these. So I'm going to do a couple of each. And they are stuck. One of those and one of those. The silly thing about this is that I have to put them through individually. So we'll just take that little bit of time to do that and pop that up there. Now I've got a little scrap here, so I should be able to do a couple on there at least. So put that there. So all your little tiny bits and pieces that you get left, keep hold of them because they're ideal for this sort of stuff, for doing little embellishments and what have you. You'll see when it comes through. This piece that I'm using, I've already cut stuff out of it, and then I'm cutting this out of it. So I want those two. They're rather cute little flowers. I think I need to replace my vase. So you can see there's one of the, that's the bigger one, and the smaller one. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I've just let her in, and obviously my husband's come home and just let her out again. And that's the other one. So I'm going to do another 2 of those. Just find another scrap. And do one there. And one there. Sorry, I'm making the table wobble. They don't like coming out of the little one. There's that one. And then there's the teeny weeny one. So I'm just using my take your pick tool, and by doing that like that, it pops the little flower out. So what have I got? 2 of each. Let's do another one of those and one of those, and then I'll just do some in, you know what, I think I'm going to do what I originally said, and I think I'm going to do that others in black, and I'll show you what. Actually, no, gold would be nice. No, I'll do it in gold. What do you think? Gold? Whoops. No, I can't read what's being said. Sorry. But something popped up over the top. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, Suzanne. That's lovely. Thank you. Now, have I missed anyone else talking on there while I've been rambling on? Let me have a little look down. Like I said, it's sometimes... Oh, hi, Daryl. Sorry. I didn't see you come on. I get so engrossed in what I'm doing. Alrighty, so I'm going to use the gold and do a couple of little... If I can find it, that is. I had it this morning because I used it for that other piece. Where's the gold? I have all my colours in packets like this, my scraps. It's apparently supposed to make it easier for me. we'll see. Alrighty, so now we will use the gold strip and we'll do that whole process again. Whoops. 2. You see, Suzanne, this is why I definitely need a mini. I think it will have to go on my February order because I've already got my order set out for this one. And I'm going to pop that there, and goodness, these dies are tiny, and that one there. I'm going to go again. And I'll just do one more. Sorry to bore you with this, but it's the only way I can do it. There is, when I did the ones yesterday, I used a different die set and it was a whole strip of flowers. And if I had used my head, I would have used the same one today, but I didn't. So that's life, isn't it? You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy standing here, sitting here, crafting with you people. It's great. Okay, close that. We'll get this off the desk. Oh, just when I have to move stuff like that. Yes, Daryl. I've been saying it forever, but then of course, what happens is I see other stuff that I want, and I think, oh, with the big one I can do the small stuff, whereas with the small one I can't necessarily do the big stuff. So that's why I bought the big one initially, and then now because I'm doing videos and what have you and lifting them on and off of the desk, I'm wishing that I had I'm wishing that I had got the small one as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to layer these up. So I'm going to put a small flower on top of a big flower. Just a tiny, tiny drop of glue. And where's my take your pick tool, because it's easier to fiddle around with it like that. Actually, these flowers have more definition to them than the ones I used yesterday. Now these, I've just offset them so that you can see both colors. So I've got that one. And then at the top, I'm going to put 2 of the red ones with the little gold in the middle. It's actually this fiddly stuff that I don't mind. If I've got the time, I don't mind doing this. If I'm short of time, I avoid it like the plague. There we go. That one on there. And that one on there. And you know, I've just had a thought, but I'm not going to because we'll see. Now, I'm also going to use the big gold one with the red in the middle again. Do you know, it's typical in this house. It doesn't matter, whenever I come on to do a video, either somebody wants to visit, somebody turns up, and I can hear my air conditioner in the bedroom has been playing up. And I can hear that the guy has just turned up to have a look at it. So if you hear bumping and banging, that's what it is. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to put these flowers onto the top of here. So down the bottom, I'm going to go with the gold and the red, but I'm going to stick a couple of leaves or a leaf underneath it. What did I do with that? Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to have to do another one in a minute because I bet I pushed that one onto the floor. Let me have a look. Nope, can't see it. Oh well, I'm just going to pop this leaf. If anyone can see it, let me know. So I'm just going to pop this. I should really use the sponge for this, but pop that little leaf. My craft room is a bedroom. And when my mum comes, I have to like push everything to the back of the room. So every morning when I do a live, I'm going to have to pull it all out. Thankfully, she gets up early. But anyway, that's just how I'm going to have to do it because I just don't have. I could use the dining room table, but been there, done that. Oh, goodness me. Will you please stick? Been there, done that, and I get fed up with having stuff on there all the time. So I'm just going to pop this down there like that. Now I'm going to have to make up another one of these because I don't know what happened to that other one. I'll find it the minute we get off of here. I will find it because that's always the way. Just put another one on here. Isn't it fun? Look at the top of my glass mat. No, I've got these ones here that I haven't done anything with yet. Pretty sure I haven't done anything with. No, it's all good. I'll just use these. Now, what am I doing with these? So these three, I'm just going to turn them over and I'm going to use a mini dimensional on each one. Let's find the dimensionals. So one on there. One on there. And one on there. Take that one off. And that one off. Probably have them stuck to me everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop one up there. I'm going to pop these two down here. Like that. And I'm just going to attach some greenery. A little bit of greenery. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut those. Let's cut those off. And now that will, yep, that'll sit under there. Do you know how many of my clothes have glue on them? Like, seriously, because I do this and then I get it on my hands. I'm like, oops, and I just quickly rub it in my dress or my shorts or whatever I'm wearing, and I end up with a lot of my clothes have now got embellishments of glue, ink, you name it, they've got it. Not them, no. Okay, I'm just going to pop that one down like that. I should really put another one, shouldn't I, just to make it an odd number. I don't know where it went, Suzanne. It'll be on the desk here somewhere, and I'll find it when I'm finished and don't need it. Just going to pop this other little one in here. I should really have got my tweezers out for this. Oh, let's pop it in up the top there. Okay, so that's it, decorated, open and closed. Pop that all away, move that off the edge. Now I just want to put, of course I want to put some wink, don't I? I want to put some wink on these here. Oh, not on the gold bit, the right won't show up. And then just on that. And I'm going to open it up and I'm going to pop some just on the inside, a little bit on the front there because I don't really want it to go everywhere. And we need gems. And you do it to your clothes too. I know. I always think I'm not going to do it. And then what's the first thing I do? Is I do it. Right, now, what have we got? We have got, oh, that's what I figured. Where are, so guess what I wanted to use? Wanted to use drusies, didn't I? I'm like, where are my drusies? They were on my desk. And it appears that they have gone walkabout. Let me have a look in here. Did I put them in there? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I don't think that needs a bow or anything. The only other ones that I can see here that might look nice are these ones here. They've got, I don't know if you can see, but they pick up red. They're sort of black in there. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Or of course I can use either the gold. Yes, I know. I didn't know that I'd find them, but I found them, so I'll put these away and we will use the druzy. I know I've got 2 packs here. 2 packs, and I'm gonna have to order more. So I think I'll use the gold ones because, or the goldy colored ones, because that's what I've got here. Now with this card I put some tiny weeny ones into the center of the flowers, but I'm not going to be able to do that with this. So I'm going to put one here, if it'll let me. Put one there, and then where else? One down here, and well, we put this one maybe there. I think that looks okay. Alrighty. Yes, I know you can color them. I've never done it though. It's something I haven't played with. So it's one of those things that, you know, it's on the list, and I will get around to doing it one day. So that is today's card. What do you think? Do you like it? Very easy. The hardest part was making the little flowers and what have you. In actual fact, I might even put another gold one on top of there because you can hardly see that red one. But yeah, so there it is in the red and gold, or the marbled elegance, and this is the other one that I made. So the two of them. So where I made a slight mistake on this one is when I cut, if you have a look here, when I cut the triangle off, I cut a little bit past the line. And so, but you know what? If someone wants to pick it up, well, hey, that's up to them, isn't it? So that's the two. That's the two cards that I've made made with this pattern. I must admit, I'm really taken with that pattern. It's quick, it's easy, and you could do a lot of different stuff with the top here. You could you know, make that whole thing an embellishment and just put, actually I might give that a go, and just put, you know, your greeting in the middle. You could do that. Look at that. Now one of those little pink things has come off the other card, and it's now stuck to my mat. There we go. Put you back where you belong. Yeah, I think it's just one of those cards that you can make over and over again, and you can make so many different, have so many different ideas with it. Okay, well, that's me for today. I'll just pop back up to the top. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Suzanne. I came on here last night to set this up, and my computer told me I had no integrated camera. So I thought, well, what's going on? Because it, you know, like there's no reason. So it was being used in another something or the other, and I'm like, it's not, because just let me move that one out of the way. There we go. It's not, because this is the only computer I've got going at the moment. So thanks, Daryl. It is a lovely design, isn't it? It's nice and quick and easy, and it looks like you've spent hours on it, and basically you haven't. So yeah. All right. So what I was going to say is I have decided to go live at 9:30 in the mornings when I do it, because when I was going at 12 and when I was going at 6:30, both times were right on meal times, and it was just making it really difficult. We were either eating very late or very early, and we were late or early for lunch. So not that we have specific times, but it was just around that time frame. So I have decided that I'm going to go live at 9:30 on, at the moment, Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then in a couple of weeks' time, so from the middle of February, yeah, give it a go. I can send you, well, if you go into Di Stampin' Den, or Di Furnace, I think her name is, Furniss. She's got the instructions there, but I can always send them to you if you're interested. what was I saying? Yes, so I'm going to come on at 9:30 every morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until the middle of February. And then after the middle of February, when I've semi-retired, I'm going to try and go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So instead of only 3, I'll be doing 4. And by keeping it at a time when everyone knows I'm coming on, it's going to be a lot easier than trying to set it up and get it all done, you know, at a moment's notice, which seems to be what I've been doing. So that'll be great. And then I'll be able to see you all the time, and hopefully every day, except when I'm on my cruise in April, and except when I'm away for 4 weeks in end of May to halfway through, or nearly to the end of June. I'm off to England for 4 weeks, so looking forward to that. But it's funny because I might sneak some stuff into my bag if I can get away with it without my husband cracking a nanny at me, and I might even try and do one from over there. So, okay, Suzanne, I'll message you with all I'll type it out and message you, or I can send it to you, whichever you prefer. But I'll talk to you later. Alrighty. And Daryl, if you want those measurements, I can write them out clearer for you because I've got them in a scribbled mess. Oh, you can't see that, can you? I've got to do this camera. I've got them in a scribbled mess at the moment. But I can type them out for you, and I can pop it down if you'd like me to do that. I don't even think I've got you as a friend on Facebook, Daryl. If it's all right with you, I might send you a friend request. Just let me know one way or another, or if I send it, don't accept it if you don't do that sort of thing. Then I fully understand. Okay, people, that's it for today. I'm going to go and do some work now, and I will catch you all. Now, it won't be tomorrow or Friday because I'm working, but next Monday, unless I decide to do a you know, impromptu card or something. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for crafting with me, and I will see you